Memorial Day weekend, 2019. Parking lot's not open, so I had to come to the alternate. It's kind of a nice view. Alright, let's go see if they opened up yet. Alright, gates open. We made it. I didn't want to walk across that field. They didn't mow it. It's pretty wet. Even the Irish Fest is kind of screwed up nearby. Normally got that big field everyone parks in, and nobody's allowed to park there now, so that's not good for business. Anyway, let's go forward. I did that video clip about the mist at the gate. I'm sure some of you have seen this. And I tried to, before I actually posted that, I tried to look at some of my old footage, and I could have sworn I talked about my story, my experience with it. I couldn't find it, so apparently I never mentioned it. And some really old stuff I thought it would have been in. Now when I'm out here, I tell a lot of stories, a lot of my experiences, things like that. But I know I don't include a hell of a lot of that on these videos, but I could have sworn I mentioned the mist effect. So here's my attempt at telling my story of seeing the mist at the gate, at least a portion of it. There's a backstory, but I'm not going to get into that. It gets a little complicated. So I'm down yonder talking to somebody random, non-paranormal related kind of stuff, and some people had come walking through the gate, and it grabbed my attention, so I'm looking at the gate. These people get about here, but I'm staring at the gate because there's this thin line between the poles of like just a white like cloud. Now this so-called cloud now then starts to literally looks like it's growing to the ground like a drape, but it's covering the entire gate. You can't see through this gate. It's just nothing but this cloud. And I'm just in awe at this thing. I was in mid-conversation talking to this guy down there, and I just stopped talking. I'm just gawking at the gate. And now it starts to swirl in the middle like a helix. And it literally, as a cloud, picture this, it jumps onto the path and then takes off really fast. I'm like, okay, what the hell? So I walk over, walking up, there's all these people here, okay, and I'm asking them if they had seen this dust cloud at the gate, and they gave me that weird look, and I'm like, no. So yeah, I get to the gate, and I'm kicking the ground, I'm looking for dust, I'm doing that rational thing, you know, and much like today, very moist ground. I'm like, well, that's not even possible then. And I'm just sitting there pondering upon what the hell was this? And I'm going to skip the backstory because it gets a little long. May or may not be related to this event. That's another reason. But that is my experience with the white mist around the gate. You know what sucks too is I actually had a camera in my hand the whole time. But, you know, and I guess it doesn't do you any good to have equipment, because when the moment happens, you're in that moment. You're not thinking, you know. I wasn't. I'm just like in it, like just watching this mist just cover the gate. It was pretty badass. Yeah, I kicked myself in the ass for not taking a picture, but that's my story. So this would be a hell of a coincidence, but the backstory to the mist event, I think the guy has shown up today. His name is John Stephenson of Bachelors-Grove.com. I'm pretty sure it's him. I think I might make an attempt to talk to him. If anything comes out of it, I might just post it. But it's kind of an interesting coincidence. That happens a lot out here with me. I'll talk about a story, and then if there's a backstory, suddenly it like revisit itself, so to speak. So if it is John Stevenson, it's very rare to see him out here anymore. Well, it is Mr. Stevenson. Incognito, wherever he is. Ah, there he is in the hat and the red shirt there. So I tried to have a talk with him, see if he wanted to have a word on the side about side backstory to the mist event, but he's not too interested. So yeah, maybe someday I'll give the backstory. Very few people know it, but it's quite the doozy. But I thought, yeah, the mist thing had something to do with him as well. It would all make sense if I fully explained it, but anyway, very interesting that he was here today. I'm on the old road. Cemetery is off to the left here. Here's the creek. Somebody, I won't say who yet, no, not me, has been clearing the old road on the west side of the creek. So let's take a little walk. Whew, okay. This area used to be really covered in thorns and everything else, so it's kind of impossible to take a walk. What's cool about it now is not only can you walk the old road from this point to a certain degree, but off to the side there's like this little ditch. When it runs with water, it's like a waterfall, at least up front, up ahead. This will pretty much lead you to kind of a crossing where you can visit one of the old homes. Ooh, there's the waterfall area. Here, there's a lot of clay, but too much overgrowth to see much on camera. Now, out in these woods, there's a thing called geocaches. There should be one still in here. There is. Let's take a look at what's inside. Alright, so this is what the cache looks like. It used to be a ammo box, military ammo box. What do we got inside? It says official geocache. People sign the logs. Let's see what we got here. What's the latest? What else we got in here? Of course, beer. Just seashells today, huh? Well, used to have a lot more because it was a bigger container. Let's put it back. You know, I walk away for 2 minutes. Well, maybe a little longer. And the flower fairy shows up. All over the place. Yep, that's how it goes. Kind of rainy.
Meet me at the grove. Right! They'll do it!